My name's Hanna Jenkinson and I'm a deckhand on the Kirkella. I got into the fishing industry by doing a maritime course this winter. I was looking at working on boats. I wanted to work on either supply or on fishing boats or even go into yachting. And my instructors on board had a big history in fishing, and that's how I got on board on it. The training I received was a 3-week insight into the maritime industry where I did several STCWs to be able to get my qualifications to work on vessels. My recent trip to the Newfoundlands was my first trip on board a vessel, working as a deckhand on a freezer fishing trawler. It was a really new experience to me. I've never done anything like it before, but it was really enjoyable and quite a shock to the system, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. The trip on Kirkella was 11 weeks long. It took us a week to steam out to our fishing grounds just outside of Canada. While we were steaming out there, I was mostly setting up the factory with everyone on board, making sure it was all ready for when we started fishing. As soon as we got there, I was started on a 8 hours on, 8 hours off rotation, mostly processing all the fish. Whenever we were slow on fishing, I was helping mending all the nets on the deck with some of the lads on board, so I got to get really stuck in with the actual groundworks of the fishing. We had to do a stop in Canada for just about over 24 hours to refuel, where I got to have some time off, which was really nice after doing such hard long hours. And then we did another about month of fishing, and then it took us a week to steam back. Got back about a week ago now, and I'm taking some time off from the Kirkella, but I'm planning on doing another trip with the Kirkella, setting off in August time when we'll be heading up north to Norway. If there's anyone that is considering heading in this industry, I would definitely look into it. It is hard, long hours, but it is really fulfilling work. I've never done anything like it before. So if you are wanting to do it, I'd just say go for it. Myself and Megan are being the first women to work on board this ship, and it was quite a shock to the system for the lads on board, but there's definitely a place for everyone on board, and if you're interested, go for it.
My name's Megan Dosdale and I'm part of the crew on the Kirkella. I've just returned from a trip to Newfoundland on the Kirkella. I would say the highlights would be catching vast amount of fish, the camaraderie, the crew banter, some of the food, sense of achievement knowing that I have completed my first long trip on a fishing vessel. The trip I've just completed was 11 weeks long, long hours at sea, 8 hours on, 8 hours off, which is very demanding sometimes, a lack of sleep. We all get stuck in, we all stick together as a crew. I look forward to, and the best part would probably be stopping in Newfoundland. We got 24 hours off for some downtime, which was much needed by the crew. I would recommend joining the Kirkella and the fishing industry. Anybody, any young person, whether it be female or male, anybody who isn't quite sure of what they want to do yet, and if they're willing to get stuck in to a challenge, it's definitely not for the faint-hearted. It's massively rewarding. I think you'll find yourself as a young person who hasn't been away from home yet. I think if you reap the rewards, you work hard, you play hard, and you'll learn lots of new skills, people skills. Not an easy ride. You absolutely need a lot of determination and grit to get through it. Long trips, long hours. So to any young person, yeah, I would definitely recommend it.
Hi, I'm Josh Telford, crew on the Kirkella. I've recently returned from an 11-week trip from Newfoundland, Canada. I learned so much on this trip. I learned a lot of technical skills on board. I learned how to work and live alongside my fellow crew. It was interesting to be on board the vessel and be able to learn a lot of skills such as splicing, net mending, how to do knots. There was so many knots that I never knew existed, and towards the end of the trip I'd like to think I managed to nearly perfect them. It was also great that I didn't have to deal with seasickness. We worked hard, 8 hours on, 8 hours off. Although we did have 24 hours off in St John's, which was great. I definitely want to go on another trip with the Kirkella. I've got my name down for next trip. Hopefully we'll be sailing in the next week or so. I recommend this career to other young people. However, it may not be for some. It's very testing. It can bring the best out in you, but you just need to go with it.